We got really positive feedback from everybody about what we were doing. Importantly, it gave our teams confidence that they could go to work safely, that they could serve customers in the way that we had laid out in our protocols safely. But it gave all of our customers great confidence. I've heard so many people say that they think Bunnings was the safest place to shop in Australia during March, during April. And so that third phase in this period around third-party validation was, again, really, really important. It put wind in our sails. It gave us conviction that what we were doing was effective and that it would work.
The changes, I think, this year is obviously being quite sensitive to the way the look and the feel of the annual report is actually put together. So there's going to be changes, I think, a lot to colour palette and making sure that colours are a little bit more subdued, and also taking the opportunity to use specific design elements we can to help create the design story. And I think that's really, really important, is using all the tools that we've got from photography and colour palette, typography, bringing all these elements together so that we can craft a concept that's going to set the tone, that's going to deliver the message the best.
We often spend all of our time focused on what we want to say rather than who our readers are and what they want. So I think there are several types of readers. The first I'd categorise as the page flickers. Nowadays, it's most likely that your annual report will be read primarily as a digital document online via mobile phone and tablet. And use of these devices has compressed everybody's attention span, and it's changed the way we absorb information. We're all page flickers now. So to compensate, you'll need to imitate some of the aspects of social media. More white space, more pictorial content, photos and captions that convey your main messages, text in succinct points or short blocks, headings and quotes that summarise and intrigue readers to dive further into the document.
The key thing here was that it really showed that many businesses were simply not prepared or underprepared for a major crisis. And that exposed some significant gaps in many organisations' crisis management plans and business continuity plans. Understandable that few would have anticipated the crisis of COVID-19 hitting their business, but nevertheless, a major lack in risk scenario planning and scenario testing really exposed organisations, and they noted that in our risk management survey. Over 40% of businesses, or close to 40% of businesses, are not regularly testing their risk and crisis plans, with only 11% testing regularly those plans.
When all else fails, read the instructions. So there's still some good advice in a lot of the reporting standards, and GRI included, around some of the principles for quality. We're all very familiar with the principles around defining report content through materiality, stakeholder inclusivity, and the like. But the principles around quality include that balance notion. It's really important to reflect on things that are going well. There's no need for encouragement to get organisations to want to write and talk about their successes, but also talking about where things aren't going so well. What are the challenges? What are the failures? What are the chronic issues to deal with over the long term? And what have you learned and changed as a result of that? That helps build trust as well.